Hello, kind people. This is Dmitry, and this is my weekly listener recap. Today's puzzle is by Fer-de-lance. This is their debut in the listener, although Fer-de-lance is an experienced setter, and I solved a bunch of their puzzles in the Magpie. In fact, it's a collaboration of two setters, and unfortunately I forgot who the other half of Fer-de-lance is, but one of them is Serpent, Jason Crampton. And so, yeah, we expect a quality puzzle here. Let me check that my screencast works, because it didn't last time I tried recording this. I think it does this time. Okay, so here is the preamble. In 13 cells, one in the include entry, clashing letters are a jumble of a thematic item. In every clue, the wordplay leads to the answer with an extra letter that is not entered in the grid. This is the very standard gimmick, in fact probably the most used gimmick. The letters spell out two instructions for solvers and a standard description for a part of England. The full grid must comply with the description. Numbers in brackets are the lengths of grid entries. So what I think I will do here, when I was solving it on paper, I have this paper here, I tried to mark which clues I solved first. And so let me try and jump to the moment where sort of one of the PDMs happened. And it was about here. So let me maybe go through some of the clues. I think the very first one I solved was this one here. So for Zalai, which case of a scandal to crush. So this gives us quel, which in French, case of scandal is SL, and to crush is to quell with two L's. And so S is an extra letter, and you get quell that you put in the grid. So what else? Element of poetry transformed Berlioz's last sonatas. It's an anagram of sonatas plus Z minus extra letter, which is in this case O, and stanzas are elements of poetry. Quite a lot of clues were not hard at all, so this was my second, in fact. Place, stone, house are erected. Stone is ST, a common abbreviation, and it houses or surrounds R upside down without the middle R, which is an extra letter, and so you get seat, and seat means place. So, and about this time, I think I got first of those clues with the clashes. And I think it was this one, which was the first one. Customary Christmas boxes grand and wrapped around noon. Normal is customary. Christmas is Noel. And it boxes, again, surrounds the unwrapped, so grand without first and last letter, and you get normal. And the extra letter is E. And so normal is 6 letters, and you only have 4 here. And I can't remember which one I solved first, but I think it was 20 down and then 36 across. So when I got 20 down, so 20 down is consider rocks bearing a mineral. Rocks is a common indicator for the anagram, and so consider around a minus 1 extra letter, there is a word, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, idocrase, and this is a type of a mineral. And we need to fit it here somehow. And we need to have a jumbles of thematic items somewhere where there are clashes. And so when I played with it, I thought, like, if we do it like this and put okra here, this unjumbles to acorn. And so I tried to go with this this Christmas thing, and so normal could go like that. And these things are also in the word acorn. And then I thought, could we justify putting another A and C here? And turns out we can. And that confirmed this suspicion that it could be just acorn everywhere. So delegate snubbed in place of member. Vicar is a delegate in one of the meanings. And so snubbed in place of is vice without the last letter. And member is arm. And so you get vicar plus extra M. And so when that worked out, suddenly things became much easier because, you know, now there was like, I knew that there were acorns everywhere in the clashes. And I think the sort of final breakthrough, I probably could have just Googled something like 13 acorns and maybe get the answer. I haven't tried that. But at some point I realized that what fits in the end of the message here is the word horseshoe. And the message is supposed to end with a standard description for a part of England. Now, I don't know any part of England which is described as a horseshoe. But then I realized that it could be a standard as in flag, so it could be a description of a flag instead. And indeed, when you Google something like flag horseshoe acorns, you arrive at the flag of Rutland. Rutland being the smallest county in England, and the flag of Rutland has 13 acorns and a golden horseshoe, golden acorns as well. So, and so this is how we arrive at. There isn't even an end game as such, but because as you solve the puzzle, you can't really solve it without realizing where it goes. But the full message spells draw clashes, cover motto, and then, so this is where the instructions stop, and then it goes vert seme of acorns a horseshoe or. So golden horseshoe, and the whole thing is green, and then there are these acorns spread on it, and there are 13 of them. And so the motto of Rutland is multum in parvo, which is this thing here that we covered in yellow, giving us the horseshoe on the flag. The unclude entries this acorn, so we had to sort of build another acorn from the word acorn and from CO in the word acorn and the other one. And and you get this beautiful representation of the flag of Rutland. Now, I believe the horseshoe is on the flag of Rutland because William the Conqueror granted this land to a certain chap, and along with that, the chap got a right to collect a horseshoe from any man passing by or any nobility passing by. And so, as a result, there is a very impressive collection of horseshoes in Oakham Hall. And that probably explains the title, unlucky for some. Maybe there is some other meaning to the title which I don't quite get. But yeah, this is it, I think. So what do I think about all this? This is a very nice puzzle. Probably sort of it's not enough fireworks to kind of be a serious contender for puzzle of the year, but I really like Fer-de-lance puzzles in general, and I also really like puzzles that result in flags as their grids. We had a brilliant Canadian flag representation in the Magpie by Twin. I believe there was also recently a Japanese flag in the listener from the puzzle about these Japanese holdouts. But yeah, I'm all for having flags, especially some that are not very common. Like I had no idea about the flag of Rutland, and now I don't think I'll ever forget it. So yeah, thank you so much, Fer-de-lance. Next week, so I solved this puzzle last week in Antwerp, and so I'm recording this somewhat late, and I started on the next listener, which I haven't finished yet. I'm maybe 1/3 through the end game, as it seems by like how crazy it is or something, maybe halfway through the end game. I don't really know, but it doesn't. I don't see the end in sight yet, but it seems like one of the most mind-blowing listeners that I have solved. So stunning year carries on, and yeah, check out the next week's video if I manage to solve it, because it's also crazy hard. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. Bye.